What's going on, everyone? CJ back here with another episode of the Madden 23 Cupcake Relocation Franchise. Got it right here, front and center, top story from last week. The road to recovery begins for Austin's top pick. Austin Armadillo's first-round rookie defensive tackle Jalen Burnett could be out for significant time per the team sources. That is right. We lost Jalen Burnett in last week's episode, and that was our number one pick, guys. That was the main player we chose in that draft. Not only did we lose Jalen Burnett with a torn labrum last week, but we also lost Javon Hargrave with the exact same injury a week prior.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't.
So we are now down our two starting defensive tackles. Definitely very unfortunate, but the good news is, if you watched last week against the Atlanta Falcons, we did come away with our first victory of the season, and how sweet a victory that was. Damon Sanders threw again for over 300 yards. He's done that in all three games so far. Did have 2 picks, so we got to cut down on the turnovers. He has 2 picks in the first game. He had 3 picks against New Orleans. He had 2 picks again last week. So he is in a 3-way tie right now for leading the league in interceptions. So definitely got to clean that up. Our man Tony Pollard, though, did find pay dirt 3 times. Only had 55 yards on the ground on 12 carries, but he found the end zone 3 times. He is actually right now leading the league in rushing touchdowns with 6. And then this gentleman right here, this good fella, Marquez Callaway, should not even be on the team. We picked him up solely for trade stock, and the trade didn't work out that we did last week. He ended up playing, and boy howdy, I guess it's a good thing he did, because he had 8 receptions for 75 yards. He was making all kinds of plays. He was doing the dang thing, and Marquez Callaway, dare I say, could be the missing piece to this puzzle that is going to be the Armadillo's first season. So I don't know, we'll see. Before we dive into this week, we are taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that I should say the Tom Brady-less Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but they are 3-0, so they are having a pretty good season to start out here. Before we dive into this, I do just want to make quick mention of a potential new series that I might be starting. A fellow YouTuber reached out to me today and asked me if I wanted to be part of a fantasy draft franchise, and we're trying to get as many users as possible. So no details yet. It's still in the works, and rest assured, if that does happen, the Cupcake Relocation Franchise will not be going anywhere. I will still be uploading this franchise as often as I have so far, but a new series could be in the works. It's going to be a fantasy draft franchise with hopefully all users, and they will all be fellow YouTubers. So more to come on that. So getting down to business here, getting down to brass taxes. Before we take on this Tampa Bay team, we do have 32 staff points here, and I want to upgrade a couple things. First thing, I want to upgrade the block shedding for left and right ends by 1. That is going to help us in the run game, which, if you are an avid watcher of this series, you know that running backs just absolutely tear us to shreds. Alvin Kamara did it. Nick Chubb did it. Derrick Henry did it. The list goes on and on and on. So many running backs have. So this could potentially help our front 4 or our front 3, depending on what base set we come out in, get off their blocks a little bit quicker, and maybe drop that freaking running back in the backfield. I also want to pick up this people movers for our offensive coordinator. This boosts the run block for offensive linemen by 1, which is very good. We haven't really had that great of a season in terms of rushing yards. Tony Pollard's gotten off to a slow start. We got our rookie Dom Fitzpatrick kind of gaining a little bit of traction, but I want to get better in the run game. We also have 6 players who are ready to negotiate their contracts, so probably won't do too much with this early on, but let's just take a quick look. Devin McCourty, he is 36 years old, looking to give it another go. I guess he's still got some gas in the tank, wants to re-sign for another year. We'll wait on that one. Jason Verrett, who has played great for us so far in this young season, he has 1 interception each in the last 2 games, and I think that we'll probably extend him. Jamal Agnew, the wide receiver that we picked up in free agency this past offseason, actually when the season started in week 1, has no interest in joining the team. We'll see how he plays. Money talks, BS walks, right? Marquez Callaway, same story. We just picked him up. He has no interest in being on the team. We'll see how he plays. Darrell Williams, he's 31 years old, but got to stay tough on that offensive line. So I would probably consider bringing him back. And then also Troy Pride Jr., who is now up to a 76. So with the exception of Jason Verrett, I'm not going to make any contract offers this early in the season, but I do want to bring Verrett back. He's 32. He only wants to be on a 1-year contract, and he has pretty good interest in joining our team. So I think that if we give him a 1-year, $6 million deal, he should probably accept that, and he does. I'm happy to sign, he says, and continue to play for this great organization, Mr. Verrett. We are equally as happy to have you. I did go through some of the prospects as well. Now, I only took a look so far at wide receivers and interior offensive linemen, specifically centers, but I did find some pretty interesting players. Now, I realize we don't have too much scouted on these guys yet. It's only week 4, but take a look at Zay Kramer here, the wide receiver projected to go in the 1st or the 2nd round. He's 6'4". As I skimmed through this wide receiver class, guys, I just found tons, and I mean tons, of receivers who look to have that physical archetype build. 6'4", 6'5", 220 plus pounds. I probably found about 6 of them, but this guy here, Zay Kramer, he intrigues me slightly. Pretty okay to good athlete. He has solid to good speed. He's a good to great jumper. He's good to great strength. So nothing that's going to knock your socks off, but you know, formidable. And his skills, what we know so far, which is very little, he has A, catch in traffic, B, spectacular catch, and also B, carrying. So I think that looks pretty good just based on the little information that we know about him. Left guard Jamal Sampson. Now he's only 6'2". Would like him to be a little bit taller at that position, out of Texas. Projected to go round 2 to 3, but again, a pretty good athlete. I would say bordering on the good to great. He has good to great strength, which you love to see for an interior offensive lineman. He has good to great agility, great to elite acceleration, and his skills so far, what we know, AAAB. A, impact blocking, A, run block finesse, A, lead block, and B, pass block finesse. So, I mean, you can't really ask for much more than that. So Jamal Sampson looks very good as well. I also found another guard, this time on the right side, also projected to go in the 2nd to 3rd round. Charlie Kuhn, maybe he's Pat Kuhn's little brother, the quarterback from last year that was supposedly out-dueling Damon Sanders. We see how well that went. But Charlie Kuhn, 6'3", so a little bit bigger, could stand to use a few more inches. That's what she said. But pretty good athlete. Again, nothing that's going to blow you away. But his skills look very good. A, impact blocking, B, lead block, and B, pass block. So for the 2nd to 3rd round, based on what we know, he seems to be pretty good. And then the last player that I'm going to highlight today is the center who is not projected to go late 3rd to 4th round, Owen Valentine. Shout outs to Valentine's Day. Just happened a couple weeks ago. If you all got a Valentine, if you don't, I'm sorry to bring it up. Owen Valentine, the Penn State Nittany Lion, A, awareness, A, pass blocking. Again, pretty formidable athlete. And the skills that we know, we got 2 A's and a B. Definitely the opposite of my report card when I was in high school. But Owen Valentine, could he be in Austin Armadillos uniform next year? I don't know. It is important to note that in the upcoming draft here, we don't have a 2nd or a 6th round pick. So maybe we have to shift some things around. We have a 1st, we have a 3rd, we have a 4th, we have a 5th, and randomly we have 3 7ths. So you better believe your britches, I'm going to be looking to ship off some of those 7th rounds to try to move up a little bit in the draft. So without further ado, guys, we are back at home in Central Texas Stadium. Gonna be in the home unis this week, and we take on a very good Tampa Bay Buccaneers squad. They have 3 superstar X Factors. They got a couple superstar offensive linemen, but we now have a superstar offensive lineman as our own with Ronnie Stanley. So, and might I note, we did not get sacked a singular time last week, so that was awesome. But without further ado, We are going to probably, this could be a Vaseline game, so stock up on your Vaseline. I know I am. Let's go down to Central Texas Stadium and get ready for the game. So Tampa Bay going to receive this thing first here in Austin, Texas. Tom Brady no longer with the Buccaneers. So what does that mean? Well, it means we don't have to play against Tom Brady. That's for sure. The greatest of all time, possibly. So I guess that's a relief. But they still got Mike Evans. They still got Chris Godwin. And apparently they got this man, Jordan Love, who leads this league in passing yards.
Huh?
I was checking that stat before recording this. Jordan Love, the league leader in passing yards. So maybe Tom Brady, no problem, right? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens here, but I'm kind of shaking in my space boots, as they say. Gonna have to watch the passing game for sure. So Jordan Love gonna start out trips bunch to his left, and that's gonna be a give to Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette, we couldn't wrap him up in the backfield there like we should have, but Landon Collins was able to finally get in there and bring him down. Looks like Fournette had 18 rushes last week for 81 yards and found the end zone one time. So pretty solid overall performance, I would say. Jordan Love now going to be shotgun again. He's got Chris Godwin and Mike Evans behind him there. Very formidable pair. Very tough to defend those two gentlemen. And there is Mike Evans going to catch that thing and move the chains. I couldn't believe that when I saw that Jordan Love, as much as I'm a Packers fan, I got my shirt on right now as you see it. So I love Jordan Love, but my God, I could not believe when I saw that he was leading the league in passing yardage. I thought that was possibly a glitch or something, but nope, it is 100% accurate. So going to be a give to Fournette again. Fournette has plenty of space. Those good blockers that Tampa Bay has up front, Ryan Jensen and Tristan Wirfs and company, probably going to open up some big holes for Fournette, I am sure. And we were just talking about running backs prior to starting this game here and about how much they tear us to shreds and about how much we don't like him. So, gonna have to have some sort of answer here. So here comes Jordan Love again in the shotgun. Gonna go back to Fournette again, and this time he is wrapped up there by Garcia. I don't even remember his first name, and the reason that is because I had to pick up a defensive tackle, so to keep it fair, I just signed somebody from the practice squad. I didn't want to pick up some, stud defensive lineman, and it happened to be Garcia. So Garcia just got a nice tackle there, so good job. Here comes Love, dropping back, and that is going to be the tight end there, Cade Otton, the now 2-year man from Washington. He was a rookie in real life, 2-year man in this franchise. Got Love and company in a third down here. So what's the call going to be? Love is going to drop back, and he's rolling, he's running, and he's able to outrun Denzel Perryman. Had a shot on him, but Love does have semi-wheels, I would say. He's a pretty good runner. Here comes Love again, just in the shotgun all game so far. It's going to be his go-to, I would imagine, and there is a nice catch and a nice completion there to the receiver. He is able to bring it very close to the end zone. That's Richie James, 5-year player from Middle Tennessee State. Part of me wants to run commit, but I'm not going to. Instead, we're going to audible into some pressure. Going to pinch the line. There's Fournette, and he is wrapped up by Danny Shelton. Danny Shelton able to limit Fournette to no gain. We couldn't keep him healthy last week against the Falcons. He kept getting injured, so hope he's able to stay healthy today. Love now single back, dropping back, and Cade Otton, the wide tight end, is getting stopped there at the 1-yard line. So another big third down here. Alan Schmidt almost got to Love. Love did get the ball away in time, but that was Otton getting this thing all the way down to the 1 yard line. What's our defense have in the tank here, guys? We're going to find out. We're sending heat at Love. It's probably not a good idea, but maybe it will be. We shall see. He's got several receivers, and it is. Yes, we're able to stop Leonard Fournette in the backfield. How about that defense with a huge defensive stand? That was Christian Harris. Doesn't really see the field too often, except for maybe in some of our goal line sets. And man, oh man, we're going to hold the Buccaneers to a field goal. Very much a bend but don't break type of drive for our defense. And hey, let's be honest, our defense can bend all they want to this game as long as they don't break too often. I am okay with the opposition putting up 3 points. I can live with that. Here comes Marquez Callaway, the new free agent. This guy's got some good speed. He's got a good burst for sure. What? And Damon Sanders, don't throw any interceptions. That is the goal that I want for this guy. He is Sanders, 5th in the league in passing yards at 959. 4 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Not a very good ratio. I did make our focus in this game to defend the deep pass. 1st and 10 now. We're going to come out in the shotgun and try to mix things up a little bit here. It's going to be a little end around to McCole Hardman. McCole does have some good speed, and he was almost taken down there. Shook a tackle there for a moment, but ultimately he was wrapped up there by Devin White, the middle linebacker. Bucs got Devin White and Levante David, so running the ball up the middle could prove to be pretty difficult today. 2nd and 11 now. Sanders going to come out in the shotgun formation here. 2 receivers and our tight end Bruce Joyner going to be to our right. We're going to drop back. And there is the man, the myth, and the legend, Marquez Callaway. I'm sorry, Bobo Wilson. I don't think we're going to be calling your name too much because we got ourselves a new MVP possibly. You guys ready for this? Marquez Callaway. Salute to Bobo Wilson. You're my guy. You came up clutch for us last season. But Marquez Callaway, I am already liking what I am seeing in just a matter of 4 weeks. So here we are going to come out in shotgun again. This time we're going to do a draw play to Pollard. Got to get the run game going a little bit. There's Tony. Tony making some good cuts, able to pick up 7 as we get a look at his stats on this young season. 46 rushes for 156 yards. Not good, but said 5 touchdowns. I could have swore it was 6 when I checked the stats beforehand. Maybe it was he may have had one that was a receiving touchdown. I don't know, and they were catching that. But at any rate, he leads all halfbacks in touchdowns. So we'll go back to him here on 2nd and 3. Here comes Pollard. Pollard, nice block off the edge, and he was able to be wrapped up there by Levante David, but not until he moved the chains. Pollard starting this thing out 2 for 13, so not mad at that at all. Now we'll get our first look at rookie Dom Fitzpatrick out of Miami, although I am going to audible this, guys, because I feel like there's going to be some blitz there on the right side. We could have Agnew open pretty quick if we can fit it in there. Nice. Look at that pass lead. Oh, man. Jamal Agnew. That was a tremendous pass by Damon Sanders and myself, I might add. And Jamal Agnew wants that new contract extension. You better be catching some balls there, buddy, because that is not going to get you the big bucks, my friend. I hate to be the one to break it to you. So now 2nd and 10. Going to come out trips bunch to the right. Use Tony Pollard as an extra blocker here. And there's my man Bruce Joyner. Hello. Already Damon Sanders' new favorite target, I would say. Bruce Joyner leading our team in probably receptions and total yards. Pollard going to give it back to him. See what he's got. Pollard with another nice block. And look at Pollard shaking. Okay. Pollard with the protein shake, strong with the juke. I love it. He had that big run last week. If you guys didn't watch that episode against the Falcons, Pollard broke a big one. And he's like, look, you keep talking about this Dom Fitzpatrick character, all these great things he's doing. Yeah, but don't forget about me. So 3-0 after 1. I would say, considering that the Bucs got down to the 1 yard line, 3-1, I could definitely live with that score, but we got to find a way to pick up a big one here. It's going to be tough, I would imagine. We got a bunch to our right as well. And that's Callaway. If you catch that, man, the reaction time for these DBs is just something to fear. Thought we had Callaway open, but nonetheless, here comes Rohrwasser. Got to be quiet here. I've been missing too many field goals lately. That should be a good one, though. And it is. So 3-3. We knot this thing up. Definitely would rather see an Austin Armadillos player trot into the end zone. Sure, you always would, but, you know, you take points when you can get them, and we're able to tie this thing up, and got to find a way to keep that bend but don't break mentality that our defense had last drive. I think they're up for it, but, you know, we're going to find out. So Love coming out in the gun again. What's new? That's what he's been doing all game so far. And he is going to drop back. What a pass. What a catch there. That is Tony Baldwin. You guys remember Tony Baldwin? I know you do. We scouted him heavily. As a matter of fact, let's take a quick look at the Buccaneers. I can't now because I just called a play. Dang it. I wanted to show you guys the Buccaneers offense. I didn't do that before the game. Here comes Fournette. Met in the backfield. There is Jason Verrett. Just got the contract extension, and he pays that thing off instantly. I think that Verrett has played very well so far. Has some tackles for loss. Has 2 interceptions. So 3rd and 7. Gotta see if we can get him off the field again here, right? Love rolling again, and this time he is met by Anthony Barr, only able to pick up 2. Anthony Barr, one of our better free agent acquisitions, I would say. Love trying to put the Jets on, and Anthony Barr says, I don't love that, so I'm going to come in and armbar you. I don't know. Man, that was a terrible joke, you know, but it works. It makes sense. What I'm saying is the Bucs are punting. Defense playing really well, really well. I got sick, as I'm sure you guys did as well, of seeing us allow 30-something, 40-something points last season. So far, our defense looking pretty good to start this new campaign. So Sanders going to come out shotgun here. And speaking of Callaway, look at him. No, that's actually McCole Hardman. I'm sorry, sir. That 7 looked like a 1. Let me go ahead and give credit to where credit is due. You are our number 1 wide receiver number 1 after all. Able to tap the toes, make a good catch, and keep this drive pushing. 1st and 10 here. Going to go back to Pollard again on the draw. This time, blockers were not able to sustain. Buccaneers converged on us. That was Kobe Smith, the backup defensive tackle. Maybe should have cut that thing to the left, but I don't think it really would have mattered too much. 3rd and inches here. Gotta trust Tony Pollard to pick this up. He's had a good game so far. Should be able to pick up inches, and he does. Okay, able to pick up 3. And McCole Hardman, our number 1 wide receiver, is now clutching his chest. So I know you guys can tell the difference of those injury sliders that I changed because last season we didn't really have too many injuries. This season, guys are dropping like flies left and right. So 1st and 10 here, going to come out, work off a play action. And there's John Mechie. John Mechie catches it, gets very close. He's stuffed at the 2-yard line. John Mechie had a very good opening game against Cincinnati. Hasn't really played too much since the acquisition of Marquez Callaway. But now that McCole Hardman is hurt, potentially, John Mechie probably going to step back in. All right, so 1st and goal from the 2. Sanders going to drop back, and there is Jamal Agnew, number 2. Yep, you want that big money, brother? Got to catch some TDs. Got to find pay dirt. I know you found one, at least one, maybe 2 so far this season. I know he had one at least so far, but finds pay dirt, and, you know, we got to love that. We're able to go up early against a very good Bucs team. McCole Hardman sprained wrist, put an ice pack on it, tape that bad boy up. You're coming back in. 1st and 10 now. Love coming out tight shotgun. Got 2 wide receivers to his right here, the dynamic duo. And had Leonard Fournette wide open, but Love overshot him, so not a good pass there. And now we're going to come out in the dime. I think that is the right call in this situation and a good time to do so. As Love's going to drop back, and he has a wide open Godwin. Nobody's had a body on Chris Godwin. You can't do that. 2nd best wide receiver on this team easily. 1st and 10 here. Love now going back to single back. We're going to try to send a little bit of pressure his way. And he rolls out, tries to get some movement there, but Ndamukong Suh, welcome to the backfield, Mr. Suh. We missed you. He did have 1 sack so far this season. Buccaneers working behind the sticks here. Love going to come out with 3 to his right. And Love again trying to roll out. This time he's met by Verrett, and he is drove down to the field. Keegan McGriff also there. Our rookie from Clemson, highest rated overall player in the draft, gets credited with half a sack. So we got our 2 corners, Verrett and McGriff, each getting half a sack on that play. Love trying to take off, man. I think you need to come back to reality, my friend, and look to utilize some of these weapons that you have as receivers, because right now it ain't happening for you on the ground. So here comes Love. Again, going to roll out. This time no options, and he'll be content to throw it away. So Bucs will probably try a long field goal, I would imagine, with Brett Maher. And how about this, man? We have a defense. We have a defense. It is so nice to say that, too. Every single game so far. And he missed it. Brett Maher, wide left, and he misses it. Wow. All right, so how about them apples? So we get the ball here almost at midfield to start. So basically almost in plus territory. I love that. 2 minutes to go here. We got all our timeouts, and we have the 2-minute warning to work with as well. And there's John Mechie. Okay, number 8 open in the middle of the field. Love to see that, and we're going to let this thing tick down to the 2-minute warning. See if we can get the little screen game going here. Sometimes that can be very difficult in Madden, and especially if no one's going to block Vita Vea, but there comes Tony Pollard. Reinforcements arrive, and ultimately he's going to lose 2. And there is our starting right guard, Darrell Williams, also going to go down, so not a good sign. Sanders coming out empty. And we're just going to throw that thing up to John Mechie. Almost mossed the defender there, Antoine Winfield Jr. Almost mossed him. Fun fact, Antoine Winfield Sr., I actually went to school, or I didn't go to school with him. He graduated from the same high school that I attended, Garfield High School in Akron. So fun factoid for you for the day.
Okay.
Anyways, back to football. 3rd and 12 here. Got to find a way to pick this up. That's a terrible pass. Oh my gosh, but somehow, is that caught? Oh my gosh, Jamal Agnew. I'll tell you what, if he would have caught that thing, I would have given him his contract this week. Love got a long way to go though, and last drive he didn't look good at all, so we'll see what he does on this drive. And again, scrambling. Is that a safety? Tell me how that's not a safety with Marcus Davenport. Tell me how that is not a safety. Let's see. Let's take a look. I mean, that's kind of sus. I mean, you tell me how that's not a safety. Because I don't know. I guess it's not. We might just get the ball back here, guys. I don't know. We're going to find out. They may be content to run this thing. I would not be surprised if they do, and they will. There's Fournette getting met in the backfield. Who was that? Denzel Perryman. We're going to call a timeout. Apparently, we have a defense. And I think with even last season with Cam Newton and Brett Hundley and that whole atrocity that took place, I think our offense was pretty good. Jamal Agnew making some good cuts, still going. Wow. But what I'm getting at here is if we have a defense, we could be scary. Oh, man. Let's see. 1st and 10 here. This could be a quick dart to Fitzpatrick if we don't get sacked. Look at that. Tight window by Sanders. Fitzpatrick caught it. Probably wasn't the best decision. And I also used our final timeout. I thought we had 3, but I forgot that we lost one with the injury timeout. So that's unfortunate. So 2nd and 10 now. We come out empty. Let's see here. We have 5 wide receivers. Joyner also being used as a wide receiver as well. And we're just going to lob that up to Agnew. Was his feet in? Oh, no. They say it was out. He caught that thing, too. Jamal Agnew would have earned the big bucks. Well, I can't see. I don't know that we don't challenge that, but we can't. Maybe they'll review it because that was close. That was about as close as it could get, guys. Booth review. So this might actually get overturned. That would look to be a good catch from Agnew. I mean, it was close. It was definitely close. But I thought he did a good job of tapping the toes there on the sideline. Little tapestry, if you will. Shout out to Brandon Gaudin with the questionable announcing in this game. They give it to us. Okay, Jamal Agnew. Ah, man. I think I'm going to have to extend his contract. So Jordan Love just had a huge completion, and now the Bucs find themselves on midfield. So, got to stop him now. I wasn't even commentating. I didn't think that this was going to be an issue. And there is Mike Evans, number 13 there, the Texas A&M pro. Tampa Bay now getting very close to field goal range, but not really sure. It looks like that's Todd Bowles, head coach. Not really sure the time management skills that we are seeing executed here, but nonetheless, I think the Bucs could have had at least one more play. But Brett Maher is going to come in. Already has a missed one that he missed left earlier. See what he does on this one here. That one sneaks through. All right, so I mean, that's kind of sucks. Buccaneers get into field goal range with 2 plays before halftime, but I think that we focus on the more important stat line, which is the score line, which reads 17-6. 17-6, guys. I think the storyline so far in this contest is we have a defense. We have a defense. We have not had a defense. We didn't have a defense last season. Not anything that even resembled a defense. Not even anything in the same galaxy as a defense. But so far this season, and more importantly, so far in this game, we have a defense. It's going to go ahead and bring in our rookie running back here, Dom Fitzpatrick. 1st and 10. We're up on the scoreboard. Got a lot of momentum. Fitzpatrick, not really able to do anything with it, but didn't really have any blockers or anything like that, so not really much that he could do. 2nd and 10 here. We're going to come out shotgun again. Sanders dropping back, and there is Jamal Agnew, who just had that spectacular, incredible catch in the back right corner of the end zone that was at first ruled incomplete and then reversed. Don't see that too often in Madden, but he definitely did. We're going to run it away from Vita Vea because that's always smart. Here comes Pollard. Pollard got very close, and he moves the chains. Just barely, but he did, they say. And we're going to go ahead and test the right side again. You know, we have to force the Bucs to stop us if they want us to go away from it. And Pollard has a crease. Does he have the speed? I was jamming that right analog stick so far, I almost broke it off my PS5 controller. And that would have sucked because PS5 controllers, not a shout out to them because they cost like $80. Not good. We're right on the 50-yard line. We are going to run it away from Vita Vea. Also, we're going to send Ricky Seals-Jones in motion, maybe to try to fool him a little bit. Even though it's the AI. Can't fool the AI. Pollard, open, up the middle, up the gut. Only needed 1. He picked up 2, and now Pollard has officially crossed the half-century mark. So pretty cool. Going to audible McCole Hardman into a slant here. Could also have Jamal Agnew. We're coming out shotgun. Sanders dropping back, and that's a bad pass. I had Bruce Joyner, but I waited way too long to throw it his way. That is not going to get it done. And we have our first unfortunate play of the drive. So going to send McCole Hardman in motion here. Sanders dropping back. And Seals-Jones, that's pick 6. Could be a pick 6. Could be a pick 6. I don't know what I just did there.
Damon Sanders, don't throw any interceptions. That is the goal that I want for this guy.
That was terrible. Oh my God, it's a pick 6 by Mike Edwards. Strong safety. That's about the last thing that I could have done there, man. What I thought that Seals-Jones was open. I guess I should have thrown it right there. Right there is where I want to throw it. Here we go with these picks again. So far, up until that point, Damon Sanders had played a pretty clean game, but they are not going to get 2 as Leonard Fournette is met there in the backfield by Chris Harris. It's unfortunate, but you know what? In the game of football, players tend to have short memories, and if we can score a touchdown on this drive, I'm sure that Damon Sanders and myself would probably forget that that just happened. Going to my once per game PAX burst here. See if we can do anything with it. And there's Joyner, but Damon Sanders' windup is that of a softball pitch, apparently. And that is Joe Tryon Shoyinka. Man, oh man. We had Joyner getting open too, so that's unfortunate. All right, I mean, 3rd and 18. Don't like to see it, guys. But I do like to see Bruce Joyner wide open in that, please. If there is a God that smiles upon me in this Madden universe. There's not. It's holding. I thought that maybe that would be roughing the passer. 'Twas not. Call me crazy, but we're going to go for this. I know, high risk, high reward, but the Bucs are starting to gain momentum here, and I want to try to shut that down. So, there is another interception. Oh, man. I mean, that's on me. Damon Sanders now with 9 picks, probably about 5. DJ Smalls has about 4. I shouldn't have went for that, man. Here comes Leonard Fournette. Does anybody want to shed a block? No? All right. Love in the single back now. And he's going to drop back to pass this time. But there's Garcia, the practice squad member that we picked up to fill in the defensive tackle void left by Jalen Burnett and Javon Hargrave. Already, we've called his name twice. What the heck is his first name? I don't even know. I know it's Garcia is his last name. We'll check defensive tackles here. Elijah Garcia doesn't even have a picture. The mystery man. Trying to earn himself a roster spot, I guess. So far, doing a good job at it. Here comes Love now with 3 wide receivers to his right. It's going to be a gift to Fournette, though, instead, and nobody can shed a block. So glad that I used my staff points to purchase that block shedding coach upgrade. Ronnie Stanley with the injury, too. Man, our linemen are just dropping like flies out here, guys. I don't know. I don't like that at all. And going to be another give to Fournette. This time, Ndamukong Suh pile drives him back. Bucs are still moving here, and they're going to come out 0 wide receivers from the 4-yard line. Interesting. Okay. I'm here for it. Let's go. Let's get it. And there's Fournette. Doesn't matter because he's going to trot his way into the end zone. And now, just like that, what seemed to be a game that we had in the bag, Bucs are now leading by 2. And they are going to get the 2-point conversion because my players can't tackle. That's Cade Otton. Damon Pick Sanders coming out in the tight bunch shotgun formation. There's Callaway again. Now, if that's another hold, I'm firing every offensive lineman. You're fired. Every single one of you. You're fired. I'm just going to play with no line. I'm just going to have Sanders snap it with no line behind him because you guys are costing us this game, man. 3rd quarter in the books, man. It's been a tough one. It wasn't tough up until that 3rd quarter, but now it is very tough indeed. That 1st quarter, our defense was showing up big time. Got to show up here on offense, too. And there's McCole Hardman. Can he hang on to it? He does. High degree of difficulty with the freeform completion to McCole Hardman. He hangs on to it and able to convert 3rd and a mile. I love it. Slow things down a little bit here. See if we can get Sanders involved in the running game, maybe. Or just give it to McCole Hardman. Probably waited a little bit too long to throw it. I think Hardman would have been open. Here comes Sanders. And that was not a good pass, but look at Fitzpatrick, our power back, and he fumbled it. No! Damn, man. Oh, my God, dude. Can't tell me my luck is just not terrible. Now we're down by 10. I don't know what just happened. That's just in the blink of an eye, man. Oh my God. Very unfortunate series of events just occurred. Somebody call Lemony Snickets because I don't know what else to do right now.
Stop it. Get some help.
Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the play calling. Definitely the tale of two halves for sure. But gotta keep fighting, right? That's what they say. There is Mechie. Just go out of bounds. I can't. My heart can't take another fumble. All right, so 1st and 10 here. Close to the 40-yard line. Sanders just going to take off. Has all day to run. You go out of bounds. You go out of bounds. That should be a late hit. It's got to be a late hit, right? Gimme. Need that, man. I need that. Tack on an extra 15. I love it. All right, so now we're putting together something here. Don't want to speak too soon because we got to sustain this, but we're going to drop back. Ooh. And again, man, just no time in that pocket, dude. That's Joe Tryon Shoyinka. Man, dude. I know we've dropped several offensive linemen. I got to look at the, whatchamacallit here, the medical center. Let's see who's out. Oh, well, there you go. Ronnie Stanley, Darrell Williams, our 2 highest rated linemen. Sideline. Our 2 highest rated defensive tackles. Sidelined. Maybe I shouldn't have messed with that injury sliding. All right, so 3rd and 19 here. We're going to go to this pass to McCole Hardman that worked a few times last week. Can it work again? You catch that, McCole. Thank you. Oh, my God. We rolled out of the pocket. Good decision. McCole Hardman was there to catch a strike and keep this drive alive. Thank you, kind sir. Vastly appreciate that. So ball on the 10-yard line here. What do we got for him, guys? What do we got for these boys? I know we got Jamal Agnew who can't hold on to it. That's one thing we got. Gonna come out empty here again. Might not be the best decision, but we're gonna look to operate off of some slants here. Which we might have Callaway, but that's a terrible pass. Man, I gotta say, Sanders been effing up a little bit in this game, not gonna lie. So do not want to settle for a field goal here, even though it would be okay. We got to find the end zone. Let's go do it, guys. Here we go. And that is Agnew, but had a lot of real estate to go there still. And oh boy. I know. 4th and 4. Got to pick it up. There's Seals-Jones. You catch that, you bad man. There it is. Ricky Seals-Jones. Spike that ball. Let him know what time it is. I got to quit going for it on 4th down. I know. I don't usually do that. I know I have a couple times in the last few episodes. But it paid off there. And we were kind of like in a do-or-die type of situation. And we just had to. Yeah, I'm a little nervous here because our defense, they've seemed to gone bye-bye. And someone needs to call them and alert them that we still have a game going on, that we need them vastly. There's Fournette. Get him in the backfield, and Marcus Davenport just got that memo because he was right there to shut that thing down in the backfield. Love it. Love to see it. How about a dime blitz? Could be a good time for a dime blitz here, I think, depending on what happens. Got to watch Love, too, on the scramble. Don't forget that he can do that. No, we have Chris Godwin wide open on the slant. Nobody was there to guard him. Where's that defense, man? We need him. We need him. How about that block shedding that I just put some staff points in? Can we get that at least? No? All right, well, tight end falls to the ground there. Tony Baldwin, not sure what he was doing.
Do a barrel roll.
Here it is, guys. Could be potentially the play of the game. Not sure, but it has the potential to be. And that is going to be a killer. Mike Evans wide open on the sideline. Had a chance to hold him to a field goal. Think we probably need a turnover here now, I would say. Probably need a turnover. Let's see if we can get just that. Nope. Gonna be a touchdown. Chris Godwin. Oh, man. Yep. Very unfortunate indeed. I had our guys in a position to win going into the locker room. threw a couple bad turnovers, went for it on a questionable 4th down that I probably should have punted it on, and now it's going to be a dogfight, but we find ourselves down 24 to 34, that is, down 10. All right, 1st and 10 here. Sanders coming out empty. And we're actually going to step it up and run with Sanders. We haven't done that enough yet. Sanders does have good speed, and we have to utilize that better. That's something that I have not looked to do. I've just kind of sat back there, took the sack. I don't want to do that anymore. Look at Bruce Joyner making a nice adjustment. Okay. So we're moving the ball pretty good on this drive, definitely. All right, 1st and 10 now. We're moving. Got about 2.5 until 2-minute warning, and there's Bruce Joyner. You catch that, and he fumbled it, but luckily that went out of bounds. Our guys got the sticky fingers, man. We got to get these brothers some Robitussin because they are coughing this ball up left and right, and we cannot keep doing that. Not if we expect to win some football games. All right, so we are going to put Joyner on a drag, put Agnew on a slant, and put Pollard on a out. We can do it in time. Let's pick this up, guys. There's Pollard on that out. Please catch it. Please don't fumble it. Very close, and they say 1st down. Wow. Pollard fought for every single inch of that thing. I will give him credit for that. 3rd and 10 here. Looks like Bucs are going to be sending some pressure, so we got to get this thing away quick. And there's Agnew open in the middle of the field. Just please don't fumble it. Do we call a timeout? Not yet. We can't call a timeout yet. We're going to need him. And oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, they're pressing heavy. Could be a quick pass to Joyner, which it will be, and he catches it. Okay, Bruce, don't fumble. We're going to hurry back to the line. No, we took too long. Got to be quick about this. I like Callaway on the slant here. We're going to do it. Joyner also on the slant too. Callaway's the rebound. We're sacked. Oh my God, man. So frustrating, dude. So frustrating, man. It's our last chance. This is our last chance. And there's Callaway. You got to catch it. How do you not catch that? The reaction time is just elite, man. It's just so elite. This reaction time, I don't get it. It's crazy. It's like you see a receiver open. He's open. You throw it to him. Oh, no, boom. There's a defender there. Wow. McCole Hardman, catch that thing. All right, cool. Probably too little, too late. Yes. But, I mean, scoreboard's going to look good, I suppose. So there's that. Yeah, all right. So let's see here. I could have swore we burned a timeout, but I guess we didn't. So we're going to go for the onside kick, which onside kicks are, I don't think I've ever seen anybody get one. We'll see, though, if Johnny Townsend can do it. Nope. Make a man fumble or something. Jeez. And I just called a timeout by accident. Wow. I just called a timeout by accident, guys. Not that it would have mattered, I don't think. I hit the PS button on my controller. 34-31. Looks like it was a shootout, but this was a defensive game in the first half. And all of a sudden... turned into an offensive juggernaut performance for the Bucs and me making boneheaded decisions. Hey, if you're new to the channel, I make a lot of boneheaded decisions. So if you're looking for boneheaded decisions, you've come to the right place. No shortage of those. But just like a repeat of last year, we started off our season 1-3. We started off our season 1-3 last year as well, and we're starting off 1-3 again. So Damon Sanders, every game so far, pretty much a carbon copy. 89.6 passer rating, 369 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. I mean, every game pretty much looks like that. And, you know, the Bucs didn't really have that many yards. It's just the dumb mistakes that we make that allow them to start in plus territory. You can't have it. McCole Hardman had a good game, 8 receptions, $131, found the end zone. Joyner, 7 for 72. That was pretty good. Marquez Callaway cooled off after his first performance, but take a look at this. Will Holden back up left tackle because Ronnie Stanley got injured. Second, we lost Ronnie Stanley, 2 sacks allowed. Ronnie Stanley himself allowed a sack, but look, We see the medical sign there on the side of the screen for him and Darrell Williams. So we can't stay healthy. We start out 1-3, not a good start, but we have the Panthers next week, and mark my words, I'm calling it. We're winning that game. We're improving to 2-3. Still a lot of football left, guys, so don't worry about this 1-3 start. Our division's also pretty bad too, aside from the Titans. So gonna wipe that slate clean, get ready for next week against Carolina. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, peace.